in Ojai County, and it was held up, because if the 18 points is in the bid document, it'll hold up in the court of law. That is, I've actually can show you court rulings on that. And also, I've got a question. When you said it was a $1 million low bid difference on a job, what was that total job? Was it?
23 million.
Okay, so really $1 million difference on a 20 million wouldn't be nearly as bad as 3/4 on a 6 million, would it?
I think when you're low, I think either one's a significant amount to be low. That's why we always question it.
Okay, and then I've got another thing here, it's the final thing. On the bids, your numbers and what's on this agenda is different. My question is, on the general trade package A, are you taking the alternate number 3, or are you throwing it out?
The way we award bids is by low base bid, because we don't know for a fact at that point if anybody's going to take an alternate.
Okay, cool.
So all of the the low bidder, based on the low bid, were those what I mentioned before.
Okay, because what happens here, Radford is low bid regardless.
Correct.
Number 2, if you don't take the alternate, EP Leach is low. If you don't take it, BBL is low. If you take the alternate, EP Leach is low. 2 and 4 switches, depends on the alternate. And what's on here, this $5,855,000 is actually what Radford bid on deducting the alternate. So what's on the agenda is not use the alternate. So if you don't use the alternate, BBL is second. If you use the alternate, your bids is higher than it'll be EP Leach. So that was a question I had on.
You said if you don't use the alternate, BBL's low?
Yes, right here on
If you don't use the alternate, Leach is low at 6.6. If you use the alternate, BBL could be low at by $4,000.
Okay.
If you award by that.
Right.
But if we have to award either one way overall or the other way overall. We can't pick and choose as you go.
That's what I'm saying. Well, the board has got not used an alternate, and when you were speaking to use the alternate.
Well, that's because the SBA looked at using the alternate on your.
So that's going to detail who's second, is whether you use alternate or not.
That's fine. Yeah, however, I mean, like I say, if you folks want to go to the second bidder, that is fine with me. However, I just want to caution you as to the issues that will come up will be any legal issues with the low bidder and the makeup of the money, because I'm pretty sure that the SBA is not going to chip in. I could be wrong, but I'm not going to speak for them, but according to my conversations with them, I think
We
they're
don't
going
want
to
to do anything to stall this, and that's a concern of mine. Mr. Rainey, you have a
I have a
question?
question. Has the SBA ever had a situation where the lowest bidder was not chosen, and the second place was chosen, and the SBA paid for the difference? But you're saying that more than likely the board will have to come up with $750. Has there ever been an instance where the SBA did not punish the local board?
I don't know. I've never had this come up before, so I don't know. I just know my conversations recently last week with everybody having money issues from county to county. They particularly don't want to get into that situation.
I'm sure that you understand the concern that people have if you have a
Oh, I
$20 million
understand.
facility with $1 million difference with a $6 million facility for bid $750,000. That's an alarming number.
Does someone else have, okay?
I might be missing something, but wouldn't it be in Bradford and Radford's best interest to hire local workers, because they're not going to be able to afford to have workers near the work site, so wouldn't it just not be in their interest to hire local workers?
Some folks at the SBA asked Brad for that. He said he'd be more than happy to do that. He's done that on other projects, so as far as I know, he would. Somebody has to ask him that, so I don't know.
Would he hire the union people?
That I don't know. I can't speak for him, so I don't.
wouldn't their labor rate be the same regardless of where
Prevailing
they're?
wage, he has to pay
union?
prevailing
So-
wage. That's typically what a non-union contractor has to do.
So I don't understand why there would be an issue, why you wouldn't want to hire union labor. If the labor per hour, the rate per hour he's got to pay is going to be the same regardless.
He's been caught cheating on his wages. SBA has that document. I met with David Sneed 3 different times over this, and
There's a pretty good penalty for, you know, they have to send documented labor rates to us on what they pay people. They send the payroll
if you
down
hire
here.
a good inspector on the job, I couldn't tell you how important it is to have somebody that knows what they're doing
The
here.
Department of Labor usually checks on big jobs like this, so I don't think they'll be able to cheat. There's a pretty good penalty for doing that, so. And it's on the company that's doing it, so.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they wouldn't hire union labor. And why couldn't the board ask that?
Well, they could ask him, but I don't know if that would, he would do that. So I can't answer that.
Okay, go ahead.
I've been serving union for 23 years. I ain't had nary union job in Wayne County. I'm all the time going to Point Pleasant, Huntington, Clemson, Charleston, Hamlin, I'm not Hamlin, Logan, Boone County. I've never had my first union job in Wayne County. I worked on 23 years. Everything's on with non-union, or somebody else does it, they don't hire union people. I just ain't right.
It may be that we can find a way to talk to Radford and encourage them to hire these union men.
Could I ask him?
And, go ahead.
I'm sure if you could talk to them, the unions would be more than happy to sit down at the table and work out a project labor agreement. One job only with him. He's done, we're done. If he likes us, he can stay with us. If he don't like the help he gets, he can leave us after the job's over. It's called a project labor agreement.
Project labor.
I think our president is encouraging our non-union companies to consider this on prevailing wage jobs. And I'd like to take this time to thank the board for giving us the opportunity to come in and speak. And I feel that the board is trying their best to help us 100% here, and we appreciate that more than you'll ever know. We work good together, like I said, on the other high school, and I'd like to take this time to thank you all. Whatever decisions y'all make, we'll be behind you.
Thank you so much.
We do have a PLA that we can give to Radford if he's in favor of it.
Okay. And if anybody can just recommend somebody
Like
to
the
be.
gentleman stated, everyone on the list is union except Radford. I don't know why he can't be.
You know, if you guys work for him, he may end up being there.
Well, he may like us.
That's right.
Good luck with it, though.
I just had one more question. Really, it's a point. If Radford gets the bid and something happens later on and it's a substandard building, will the